New tonight on Local 5 at 10, a story of a miracle after an Ankeny construction company's owner saved his co-worker's life. Connor O'Neill has followed this for us. Connor, what led to this life-saving story?
Stephanie, it all started on Monday morning near Winterset. Home Revisions owner Nick Darland and his coworker Nathan Kessler were working on an installation project when Kessler then collapsed. Darland began CPR on Kessler, and Madison County Sheriff Jason Barnes told us they later took over compressions a few minutes when they arrived afterward on the scene. Darland, who is CPR certified, said his instincts are what made him act so quickly. Here's the story of the Iowan survivor.
You guys are out doing training.
Yep.
You, a bunch of your coworkers, including Nathan, talk to me kind of just what happened there on Monday.
Everything was fine. We went out on site. He drove out there. And about maybe 20 minutes after we arrived, he just collapsed. Emergency personnel arrived, and they took charge of the situation and put Nathan in the appropriate equipment to make sure that he's getting the necessary treatment so that he can make it to the hospital safely.
What was kind of like your first reaction when you saw Nathan go down? Because I've never gone through anything like that, and I don't know if you have either, being in the National Guard, but seeing someone go down, what was that like?
You know, in the Guard, we go through training scenarios always. I've taken the combat lifesaver course a couple of times throughout my career, and it's one thing to be in a training environment, but it's another thing to be in a real life scenario. I'm just most proud of is everybody reacted. Everybody was a critical part of getting Nathan to the appropriate medical care safely, and because of that, he's here today.
From others, including you, helping to save Nathan's life, what do you think that says about you?
In moments of adversity, the task at hand is the most important thing. It's not about me, it's about you. What can I do for you? How do I need to help you? I'm not the hero of the story. You know, Nathan's the hero. Nathan's the one that, like I said, something inside of him had a will to fight and a will to survive, and we were placed there in that situation to be his heart momentarily until he could get the proper care.
Well, Nathan Kessler is now in that proper care in the hospital. His father, Alan, told me Nathan's back to walking as of this morning. And Alan said what he wants Iowans to take away from his son's story is they should learn CPR to all be like Nick. Stephanie.